Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my fangirl favorites for February 2023. So, another month. How's everybody doing? Did everybody have a nice month of February? Just let me know the fun things that you got up to this month, things that you enjoyed in particular, or hobbies that you enjoyed, or maybe you happened to go on some sort of vacation in February. Who knows? Yeah, as always, with this particular video that I do at the end of every month, I'll usually sit and talk about like books and movies and video games or music or just whatever I got up to in any given month. And anything that I'm about to talk about in particular in this video, I'm not going to have like any type of spoilers, so feel free to continue as you wish. So yeah, let's get started. February was kind of another boring month for me, you guys. And February is always such a complicated month anyway, with trying to get anything accomplished, it seems, because the month is always shortened by like a few days. So it always feels like February goes by so quickly. It's just such an odd month. It's like you start the month, and then all of a sudden it's over, and it's like, wait, did I do anything this month? So yeah, I did get around to watching just some random movies and television this month. I'll just kind of highlight a few just to make this video short and to the point, I suppose. I finally got my sister to watch Crazy Rich Asians with me, you guys. Crazy Rich Asians was on HBO Max and it was like leaving this month, and I was like, I would like to have a rewatch of it, and I need to get my sister to watch it with me. So I finally got my sister to watch Crazy Rich Asians with me. She loved it. I was happy because I love the movie. If you don't know what Crazy Rich Asians is about, it's about a young Asian American woman who's dating a man who is very wealthy, but she has no idea he's wealthy. And he comes from like a very traditional Asian family. So this young woman and her boyfriend, they're heading off to a wedding that he's been invited to, and this is where she meets his family. And the family does not really like her. Some of them do, some of them don't. Uh, and like I said, he comes from a very wealthy traditional family, so there's a lot of drama that ensues, but also a lot of comedy, heartbreak. It is. It's like a contemporary romance, and that's normally something I'm not into. You guys, the contemporary romance genre is normally something I kind of just steer away from. I'm very picky about the genre. You know, there's got to be something about it that really appeals to me. But yeah, Crazy Rich Asians. I freaking love this movie. And yeah, rewatching it for a second time, because the first time I saw it was like back in the theaters. So yeah, rewatching it for a second time, I was like, oh goody, I loved it. It still held up as a really fun, enjoyable movie. And like I said, I finally got my sister to watch it with me, which made me even happier. I always like watching things, like if I'm the only one who's seen a movie, I always like watching it and re-experiencing it with other people. It gives me great joy. I don't know why. So yeah, I got around to a rewatch of that, and something new that I got around to. I have an AMC Plus account, which I only have rarely. Yeah, guys, AMC Plus is one of those streaming channels. It's like I really don't need it. I only get it like every so often when there is something genuinely on there that I'm watching. Because like right now, like this month, I've been watching Mayfair Witches on AMC Plus. That's the only thing I'm watching on there. So I was kind of looking and browsing through their movie category, see what type of movies they had on there, and I noticed they had the movie Carmilla, and I think this was released in 2019, maybe. I might have the date messed up on there. Carmilla is like a little small, like independent film, British film, I think is what it was. And if you can't tell from the title, it is based off of the classic work of literature called Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And Carmilla is often cited as like the original vampire book, if you will, like before Dracula. A lot of people don't really realize that it was written before Dracula. So like I said, I was just kind of browsing through AMC Plus, saw that they had Carmilla. It's a movie that I've been wanting to watch for quite a while, and it was good. You guys, I honestly was not expecting much from it. I thought it was maybe going to be a little stupid and cheesy and cheap for some reason, but it was very good. I enjoyed it. It's not a movie for everybody. Let me put that out there. The movie I think, unfortunately, to some people, the movie will kind of move at a pace that is very slow and perhaps plotting and maybe boring for some viewers. And like I said, it's based off of the book Carmilla, which is about a vampire named Carmilla. And the thing is, this movie never really totally plays into the vampire angle. It's very interesting how the movie is handled. There's kind of a lot more realism to it to an extent, and it kind of just really hints at the idea of vampirism. You really got to read into it if the movie is suggesting vampirism or not, because there's never the classic trope of our character Carmilla actually going up to somebody and having fangs and like biting people. You know, that never happens. Yeah, the movie, I think the movie, even though it's based off the book, I think it's a very loose adaptation. Let's put it that way. It's a very loose adaptation. And yeah, if you don't know what the story of Carmilla is about, I've never actually read the book, you guys. I've never read the book. I just kind of know about it through pop culture in a sense. But yeah, from what the movie was presenting, the movie follows a young girl, a young teenager named Laura. She kind of lives a really restricted, coddled life in some ways. She's kind of just in this bubble, and she the things that she's doing, like her governess is always reprimanding her, being like, "Hey, this is a sin. That's a sin. You shouldn't do this." And so, what the movie eventually boils down to, it's kind of a coming of age novel in some ways for this young teenage girl named Laura. It's her coming into womanhood and figuring out who she is and figuring out like her sexuality and stuff like that. And yeah, here comes this mysterious girl named Carmilla, and like I said, she's very mysterious, very intriguing, and Laura is immediately drawn to this Carmilla girl. Why? What's up with that? You know? And yeah, this is where like the sexuality angle is coming into play and everything. Um, so yeah, this movie is definitely a very loose adaptation, I would say, of the book. So don't go into the movie expecting the book, and yeah, don't go into it expecting like a bunch of wild and crazy vampire stuff, because the movie is definitely playing very loose, even with the vampire angle. You really kind of got to read into stuff if Carmilla is a vampire or not. You know, the book she is, but yeah, in the movie is she? It's kind of hard to tell. Um, but I did. The Carmilla movie was a pleasant surprise. I really enjoyed it. It's just so eerie and atmospheric, and yet the slow pacing, the slow burn of the narrative. I really loved it, but yeah, it's not going to be for a lot of people, especially if you go into the movie expecting it to have like a lot of action and craziness. You know, it's not about that. It's definitely a much more intimate movie, really looking into the life of Laura and this kind of terrible life she sort of leads in some ways, and that she really wants to get out there and branch out and explore her womanhood and explore her sexuality and everything. But yeah, her governess and her father, you know, everything doing all that to sin during this time period, because it is a period piece. I forgot to say that it is a period piece taking place during the 1800s and whatnot. But yeah, if you happen to have an AMC Plus account and you're looking around for something just random to watch, especially if you're watching like Mayfair Witches right now, I definitely recommend checking out Carmilla. It was a really good movie. And then really the only other thing that I've gotten up to this month that has been occupying a good chunk of my month, my sister went out a couple months ago. She pre-ordered the new Hogwarts Legacy video game. She pre-ordered that months ago. We started playing it this month in February, and it's been occupying up so much of our time, it's a little ridiculous. And I feel like we've not accomplished anything. So yeah, me and my sister, we've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's been fun. It's been magical. I love it. It's a very magical experience being immersed into the world of Harry Potter, into Hogwarts Castle and whatnot. It's super fun and addictive, I think. And yeah, me and my sister, it's all about just separating the art from the artist, you guys. That's how I view life. Separate the art from the artist, or else you can't enjoy anything in life. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk about in this video. It was kind of another slow, boring month for me. I didn't really get up to much of anything. But yeah, you guys in the comments below, I always love having a conversation with you guys about things that you got up to in any given month, what movies you enjoyed, or books, TV shows, video games, music, concerts, any type of vacation you went on, anything that you love doing, any hobby that you enjoy. That's kind of just the whole focus of this of this video series that I do, just to kind of share all the nerdy things that you love doing. So that's it for this video, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.